All right. Hello, class. Welcome back to school today. I'm glad you guys are here. So today we are going to be learning about polygons and different types of triangles, and then a few other polygons that we'll add to our learning today. So let's find out, what is a polygon. So a polygon is a 2D shape. So 2D means plane, like it's flat. It's not like a three-dimensional shape that you could hold in your hand. It's a 2D plane shape with straight lines, and it has to be closed. So I'm going to just give you a couple of quick examples. So a circle. Is a circle a polygon? So look at the definition. Is it closed? Okay, it's closed. But does it have straight lines? No. So a circle is not a polygon. Would a triangle be a polygon? Hopefully, yes. You're thinking yes to yourself because it has straight lines, those line segments, and it is closed. What if I did a triangle that looked like this? Well, first of all, is it a triangle? It looks like a triangle, but is it closed? So it's not a triangle. So because it is not closed and there's this gap right here, okay, we would have to say that that does not qualify as a polygon. Okay. What about that? Is it a polygon? Well, it's closed, but again, does it have straight lines? No, it does not. Okay, so hopefully you get the idea of what a polygon is. So again, a polygon must have those two components, straight lines, and it must be a closed figure. So straight lines and closed. Okay, so today we're going to work on classifying triangles by their sides as well as by their angles. So the first triangle I want you guys to know about is an equilateral. And hopefully you can kind of see the word there. I'm in the classroom, so the videos are not as clear with the lighting in here. Okay, so an equilateral triangle. So an equilateral triangle, hopefully you recognize this portion of the word here as equal, okay? An equilateral triangle, according to its sides, so let me make sure we know we're classifying by sides. When we look at an equilateral triangle, it has all three sides are equal. Okay, I guess I better write out the word equal because I'll use that for parallel. Okay, an example of that would be if I were to measure exactly, but because I don't have a ruler out, I'll just notate it with 3 centimeters, 3 centimeters, 3 centimeters. Okay, so that's an equilateral triangle. Again, I'm classifying just triangles by their sides. Another triangle is called isosceles. So an isosceles triangle has two congruent sides. Okay, so what does that mean? It would be a triangle where you would maybe have two sides like this and one side like this. So you might see it notated in different ways. You might see with a measurement. So I might put like 6 centimeters and 6 centimeters. And maybe this would be a 3 centimeters. Okay, so you can see that these two are the same. A little trick that I would be showing you and teaching you in class would be, it's kind of like the triangle has these two the same. And so it's kind of like two eyeballs looking at you. So isosceles. So therefore the name isosceles. Again, that's just a trick if it helps you. Okay, a different notation you might see on an isosceles triangle would be with just little tick marks. So these two marks are the same, but this one is different. So again, showing you that two sides are congruent, exactly the same length, but this one is a different one. So again, isosceles means two sides are congruent. Okay, let's look at another one. I'm going to scoot us back here and slide our screen down a bit. So our next one is a scalene. So on a scalene triangle, all three sides, so I'm going to just say all sides are different. Okay, all sides different. So on that type of triangle, so you might say that this is 5 centimeters, 2 centimeters, and 7 centimeters. Okay, or you could see it with those notation marks again that you see here. So it might look like 3 little notation marks there, 2 on that one, and 1 on that one. Okay, so a trick that I would teach you in class would be like when you climb a mountain, you're like scaling or climbing the mountain. So when I think of scaling and I think of a mountain, I think if I'm scaling or climbing a mountain, the mountain has all different types of sides on it, okay? There's not anything that's consistent about it. So on a mountain, I see lots of different sides or parts of the mountain, and I'm scaling all 3 different sides of it, okay? All right, so that's how we classify triangles according to their sides, okay? So the 3 triangles are equilateral, isosceles, and scaling. Okay, now we are going to switch gears and we're going to classify triangles by their angles. So this is by the angles. So the first triangle we want to look at is an acute. And I want you to think of acute as just like when you see a little tiny kitten or a tiny little puppy. They're so tiny and cute, right? So in the word acute, I've underlined the word cute because when you see a puppy, they are so cute and tiny. So an acute triangle, oops, I don't want it to look like. An acute triangle, you might see a notation showing an angle right there. Okay, you might see an angle here. But basically all angles, okay, they are going to be less than 90 degrees. So angles less than 90 degrees, okay? So acute. So those angles are just cute and tiny. They're not wide and large like a right angle or an obtuse angle, okay? And that leads us into our next triangle. We have an obtuse. So an obtuse triangle is, it has one angle that would be greater than a 90-degree angle. So one angle greater than 90 degrees. So what would that look like? It might have this wide open angle here. Do you see that large angle there? And then we'll just close it up. Okay, so this angle right here might be like a, oh, let's say it's 120 degrees. Okay, so a large angle greater than 90 degrees. Okay, the last triangle that we will classify by its angle is a right triangle. So on a right triangle, it will have one angle that measures 90 degrees. So 90-degree angle. And what would that triangle look like? It would be kind of like an L. And you would see a box, okay? So anytime you see that box instead of the rounded arc or angle mark, it means it's a 90-degree angle, okay? All right, so we have just classified triangles by their angles as well as by their sides. So by angles, we have acute, because they're so cute and tiny, like a little puppy or kitten. Obtuse, the large angle greater than 90 degrees. And a right has that 90-degree angle, and you'll see a square in the corner to notate a 90-degree angle, okay? we are quickly going to hit one more piece about polygons today. So for polygons today, you're also going to learn about pentagons, hexagons, and octagons, okay? So a pentagon is a polygon, and it will have 5 sides and 5 angles. What does that mean? Let's draw a quick model of it. Kind of looks like a house almost. Okay, so there's angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, and angle 5. And side 1, side 2, side 3, side 4, side 5. Okay, then we have a hexagon. So penta, it means 5. Penta means 5. Hexagon, hexa, means 6. So 6 sides and 6 angles. I will try to draw a hexagon. So again, side 1, side 2, side 3, side 4, side 5, side 6, and angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6. That is a hexagon. And our final one is an octagon. An octagon, octa means 8. So it has 8 sides and 8 angles. All right, 8 sides, 8 angles. And I'm pretty horrible at drawing these. I will give it a try though. It's like a stop sign. So again, angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6, angle 7, angle 8, and then all 8 sides. Okay, so today you are going to do a 3, 2, 1. You're going to tell me 3 things you learned about polygons, okay, and the types of triangles. Any 3 things that you learned. If there were 2 things that you knew, tell me 2 things that you knew. And then what's one thing that you are curious about? What do you want to learn more about these types of triangles by their sides and by their angles, or just polygons in general? Okay, so that will be your assignment today. You will tell me 3 things you learned, 2 things that you knew, or if you didn't know 2 things, tell me 1 and just tell me, I don't know, I only knew 1 thing. Or you could tell me you knew nothing about today's lesson. And then what do you want to learn more about of the things that we've covered today? So again, a polygon is a 2D shape, straight lines, and it must be closed. These are polygons, a pentagon, a hexagon, and an octagon. And then all triangles are also polygons. We learned about classifying them by their sides as well as their angles. So for the sides, we have equilateral, isosceles, like I saw you, and a scaling. And then for the angles, we have the acute, the cute little tiny angles. We have the right angle, and we have the obtuse angle, larger or greater than 90 degrees. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, 3 things you learned, 2 things you knew, and 1 thing you want to know more about. Okay, guys, thanks so much for being here at school today. If you have any questions, please call me or email me, and I will be here to help you. Okay, see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye-bye.